vegan journey, guys. Today in Coco's Vegan Kitchen, we are making spicy black bean burgers. Oh yeah, you can't have a burger without fries, right? So I am gonna use sweet potatoes. I'm gonna make some sweet potato fries. And first off, I'm gonna tell you the ingredients because everyone's been complaining that I haven't been posting the ingredients and they don't know what to put inside the recipe. So this is gonna happen real quick. Get a pen and paper. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Just kidding. When there's rewind, why do I need to say 1, 2, 3? All right, okay, so first off, we have all the veggies. Now, what I wanna tell you is you can use whatever veggies you want. So for me, I used mushrooms, carrots, green peppers, yellow peppers, orange peppers, and celery. And mushrooms. I think I said mushrooms first, right? So there's no tomatoes, no bell peppers in here. Oh, I missed out something. I also used about half of not a habanero pepper, not a scotch bonnet, one of those long, red, spicy, super chili hot peppers. I don't know the name of it, but I used half because I wanted this bad boy to be super duper duper spicy. So that's the veggies, right? Do I need to say it again? One more time. I used mushrooms, yellow peppers, green peppers, onions, celery, and the pepper thingy, right? So in terms of measurements, I probably used about a cup of each. So that's for the veggies. Then for your black beans, I just used 1 tin of black beans, which is actually a 15-ounce can, and I drained them. I have a cup of oats. I have about a cup of brown rice. And I am adding nuts to this black bean burger. So I have in here, so I used about 1/3 of a cup for each different nut. So I have 1/3 of a cup of walnuts, 1/3 of a cup of sesame seeds, and 1/3 of a cup of pumpkin seeds. And then I just threw all the seasonings in here because I'm gonna blend these all up later. And for the seasonings, I used 1/4 of a teaspoon of each seasoning. For the seasonings, we have red pepper, onion powder, Naija curry powder. Shout out to my Naija people. Woo-hoo! I use white pepper, smoked paprika. I think I said in a video before that this is one of my favorite new seasonings. Love this. I used a little bit of Goya adobo, all-purpose seasoning, and of course some salt to taste, and a little bit of black pepper. So later on, I'm gonna add in the Worcester sauce, and I'm gonna add in the liquid smoke, but not now, but I will be using that, and it's to taste. All right, so first up, before we use my new toy, my food processor, I'm so excited about it. It can also spiral like zucchini pasta, because I'm a pasta lover. Anyways, this is not a pasta video, this is a black bean burger video. But I just wanted you to know that this bad boy can process, it can make dough, and it can make pasta with vegetables. So I'm gonna do that in another video. So right now, the first thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna saute up my vegetables, right? So come on over here. I'm gonna use my wok to saute my vegetables because my frying pans are not available right now. So let's go over here. Let's saute up these bad boys and then let's get to processing. Come on. Hey guys, so I'm just sauteing up the vegetables, and by the way, my bad, I forgot to mention that there are some carrots in here too. So just like with the other vegetables, I used a 1/4 cup, so they're all the same measurements. Now, I actually made these spicy black bean burgers last weekend for my family, but I forgot several key ingredients, but I improvised. So I forgot to bring the oats. Oh my goodness. So I was rummaging through my aunt's pantry, couldn't find any oats. I mean, who doesn't have oatmeal in their house? Well, apparently she didn't have any oatmeal. And we had to use flour, which of course you gotta be very careful with flour because using too much flour will totally change the taste and make it just taste kind of doughy. But I managed to use the flour sparingly. And after I used the flour sparingly, I just added the brown rice and said a whispering a prayer, and it was a hit. So now that I have everything that I need because I'm in my kitchen, I know that these are gonna turn out great. So I'm excited about this because the very first time that I made them, I didn't have a food processor. So I used a blender and it turned out okay, but I'm excited to see what the difference is gonna be with this food processor. You gotta get all the gadgets. You have to get all the little gadgets, right? So, by the way, you are not cooking this down like the way you would cook it if you were making a stir fry. You're just giving it just a little bit of heat, just a little bit of heat. Okay? Not a lot. Because you're going to put it in your food processor and you're going to mix it up with all the other ingredients, and you're still going to use either a frying pan, a grill. I've got a George Foreman grill. That's another one of my new toys. Or you can use the oven, and I've got my oven already heating up on 350 because I'm going to put some of these in the oven. Some of them I'm going to fry and some I'm going to grill because I want to know what is the difference in the taste and the way you cook it. First of all, you're probably wondering, who's going to eat all those burgers? I'm going to eat all the burgers. I'm going to eat all the burgers. Trust me, I'm going to eat them all. I'm not even going to share. Okay, I'm going to share. Just kidding. All right, so before I forget, I want to give a shout out to one of my new veganettes. I call her my little veganette. Her name is Joy Agu. Joy, this video is for you. I came to see you and you told me that you are a new vegan and you're not really sure what to cook, and you're a kid, you're young, you don't want to miss out when everyone's going to Burger King and McDonald's and, you know, wherever to get burgers and fries. And I promised you that I was going to make you some burgers. I didn't get a chance to do it. I'm making them now, and I'm giving you flow by flow, step by step on how to do it, so that when next you go grocery shopping, you get all the ingredients, make these, and I want you to send me a video and let me know how it goes. So Joy, this video is for you. Love you, dog. All right, guys. So now that I've sauteed up my vegetables, I'm gonna take it off, and we're gonna head on over to the food processor, and this is gonna be the first thing that we process out. All right, here we go. All right, so I've got everything inside my Ninja food processor. Shout out to Ninja. They're not sponsoring, but you might one day. Haha. All right, so I'm gonna pause. And by the way, you don't want it to be like all liquidy. You kind of want it to be like this. And I got this tip from my girl from Sweet Potato Soul. I watched her video, and this is how she did it in hers. And I guess you could kind of say that this is her recipe, but I kind of tweaked it a little bit because she didn't add brown rice and she didn't add some other veggies and things like that. But shout out to her. Woo! Sweet Potato Soul, get the cookbook. All right. So now that this is done, I'm gonna put it over in here, and then the next thing I'm gonna grind up is the nuts with all the seasonings. Nuts and seeds. So the next thing, like I said, are my nuts and my seeds. And again, just like the vegetables, you don't want it to be liquid, or, well, this probably wouldn't be liquid because it's nuts and stuff. But you want it to have a little bit of texture because it's gonna help to bind everything together. So I'm just tossing it. Ooh, this smells so good. Look at that bad boy. Oh yeah. All right, take this out. Set that down. Put it into your already wet mixture. So the next thing I'm gonna do about this? Who's gonna clean it? I keep telling you guys that I need a sous chef. Somebody. I won't charge you. I promise. All right, here we go. Still gotta grind it a little bit more. You see that rice in there? So on this button, on this food processor, I actually have, just take a look right here. So I can either press start and it just keeps going and going and going, or I just pulse it, which is what I've been doing. So that way I have control over how the recipe is going, how the mixture is going. I don't want it to be all watery and stuff. That looks delicious. Alrighty. So make sure you have a spatula handy. Scoop everything out. I'm not wasting any of this good stuff. This is all going in. Alright, here we go. So now you just put it all in. You get everything out. Is this supposed to be the fun part? Now I get to use my hands. Alright, so obviously before I started cooking, I already washed my hands, but because I've been touching stuff, I'm gonna wash my hands again. And then I'm gonna put my oats in. So now you can take everything over here and mix it all in together. So at this point, if you feel like this combo that you got going on is a little bit too mushy, so there are two things that you can do if you feel like it's a little bit too mushy, which I feel like mine is. So, by the way, these are tips from Janae Claiborne but the author of Sweet Potato Soul, my first ever vegan cookbook that I ever bought, and the only one that I have for now. She says you can do two things. One, you can put it in the fridge for 30 minutes and let it kind of bind together, or you can add more oats. I'm gonna add more oats. The reason why I'm adding more oats is because I don't have 30 minutes. This is supposed to be one of those quick, easy recipes. So, plus I already promised 2 people that I was gonna give them lunch today. They're waiting for this, like on pins and needles waiting for this. Plus I'm hungry too. Alrighty. So I'm using regular, good old-fashioned cooking oats. But I also saw somewhere where someone used oat flour, which I actually have oat flour, but I like it with just the oats, not the oat flour. All right, that should be enough. So I'm using the oats because I just like the taste better than using flour. Regular flour, and I actually do have flour. I do have gluten-free flour that I can use for this, but we are gonna stick with the oats and it looks great. All right, so this is the point where you get yourself a little spoon and you taste your mixture, okay? Mixture needs to be tasted so that you can see if you have enough salt in it. Ooh, also, my bad. And I'm gonna put some black pepper. I love crushed black pepper on everything. Oh my goodness. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. much of a teaspoon of Worcester sauce. So, I'm also going to use some liquid smoke. And I'm going to use 3/4 of a teaspoon. Okay, I'm gonna get a spoon and I'm gonna taste this before I patty them all up. Be right back. All right, guys, so I got my seasonings right. And I just wanna let you know that I did add 1 full Scotch bonnet because I wanted it to be extra spicy. That other pepper wasn't spicy enough for me. And I just added a little bit more salt to taste and a little bit more liquid smoke. So again, with the seasonings, I told you at the beginning which seasoning I used and how much the measurement was, but as you are mixing everything together and all the nuts and the this and everything is blending, you're gonna lose a little bit of your seasoning. So you gotta wait until the very end after you mix it all together to taste it, which I did, and I added what I felt I wanted to add because this is a spicy black bean burger. Spicy! Just kidding. Okay, so now that we have it all nice to my texture. So like I said, I am gonna cook it 3 ways. I'm going to fry some in my little grill frying pan. I'm gonna put some in the oven and bake. If you're baking them, you need to bake preheat your oven to 350 and bake each side for about 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm also gonna try a couple in my new George Foreman grill. I gotta try all my toys, right? All right, so let's put the ones in the oven first. So I already washed my hands, and you're just going to make it nice and brown, burger. So I watched the video where a lady was saying that you want to make your burger the exact size of the burger bun because she said that unlike meat, this is not going to shrink, so it's going to stay the exact same size when you make it. So be mindful of that. Janae says that we should use parchment paper, not foil paper, because in her experience they tend to stick, and I didn't want to experience that. So I am following instructions from the expert. Okay. So if you notice my burgers are a little bit wet, that's okay. A lot of videos that I've seen, the burgers are, you know, a little bit more dense and dry and all that sort of stuff. But again, like I said, I made these before, and they were actually wetter than this the first time that I did it. And I feel like I don't know, I just feel like it just tastes better when it's not so dry. I like my burgers nice and big and juicy. Alrighty. Now that I've got those done, I'm gonna pop them in the oven, and then I am going to head on over to the grill, head on over to George Foreman, and let's see which one I like the best. All right, so we're just putting these bad boys in the oven, and I'm gonna set my timer for 20 minutes, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it so that I can flip them 10 minutes each side. All right, here we go. stove. So you want to keep your heat on a medium high. And I am using my 100% grapeseed oil. Love this oil. And in the meantime, plug in my George Foreman grill. Get it nice and warm. Let's see how they all turn out. Alright guys, so for these ones that I'm doing over here, I decided to add a little bit more oat so it's not so wet. I just want to see how it's going to turn out. I did add a little bit more oats, and as I added a little bit more oats, I put a tad bit more salt in there. So like I said before, you want to cook these on a medium heat, and you're cooking each side for about 5 minutes. So you see my hand's not so wet this time around, but let's see how the burger comes out. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to head on over here. Hi, George. Sizzle, sizzle. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is sizzling. Alrighty. See how it goes. Stay tuned. Woohoo! We're cooking. We're cooking. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. Nice. Flip them over. See how they're nice and dense? They're still all nicely stuck together. Let's take a look at what's going on over here in the grill. These look nice too. Alright, so while I do my other side, I've got my little fryer here. Thank you, Auntie Dottie Waddy. My Auntie Dot has all the cooking gadgets. All the cooking gadgets, but she never cooks. Is that fair? Anyways, I got this bad boy, so I'm not complaining. And we're gonna use it to make our sweet potato fries that I have seasoned. And of course, you know, I use my Himalayan salt, a little bit of black pepper, and in the fryer they're gonna go. Ooh, this is gonna be so good. Then, I'm sure you guys are wondering, what is this for? I'm not gonna show you till the end. Alright, here we go, over to the fryer. Alright guys, so my oil is not quite hot enough, so I decided to come over here and flip these guys. So they're nice and dense. Alright, here we go. Flip them. I'm gonna put the timer off and add a little bit more time to it. So, I think because they were a little bit wet, I'm gonna cook them for 10 minutes on each side instead of, 20 minutes on each side instead of 10. Alright guys, those are looking good. Now my oil is hot and it's time to put the fries in. Woohoo! We're cooking, we're cooking, we're cooking. All right guys, so I got my chips. Be careful if you have one of these when you're opening it. They are frying up in there. And I really like this because you can do it in little batches. So it's like the perfect size or perfect, what's the word I'm using for? Perfect. I'll get back to you on that one. Anyways, so the fries are frying. I got my burgers over here. I put some cheese on top because I love me some cheese. And I'm gonna let that melt. And over here, and I just remembered what it was. The perfect serving size. Perfect. All right, over here. We've got some red cabbage, purple cabbage, and regular white cabbage. So what I did was I used 2 tablespoons of soy-free Vietnamese. I always get the soy-free because I am allergic to soy. And I seasoned it with a little bit of black pepper, Himalayan salt, and I used a tablespoon of this really nice poppy seed dressing that I love. And it is gluten-free as well, no MSG. And I mixed it all up in this little bowl. In here. And I'm gonna put it in here. Splash of lemon. I like to use fresh lemon. I do have the one that's inside the little bottle thingy, but fresh lemon always is best. This instead of using lettuce, tomatoes, and all that sort of stuff, which you can on your burger. I'm gonna use this little slaw. Yummers! Tastes so good. I just like to take a little bit and taste it. Perfect, 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 perfect. Alright, let's check up on these burgers. Because it's time to plate up. It's lunchtime. It's past lunchtime. And I'm hungry. Alright guys, so just in case you were wondering how the burgers in the oven turned out, they turned out really well. So I have something that I'm going to do with these, and I'm going to show you what I do later in the video. But I know they're going to taste really yummy as a burger. And then here are the ones from the grill. Oh, it's still super hot. They came out good too. So these, I didn't use any oil, which is good. No oil for these. This bad boy right here is going down. Plate it up, put all my mayonnaise, mustard, sorry, not mayonnaise, veganese, mustard and ketchup, my cheese, and it's time to go in. Here we go. This is what you call the spicy black beans. It is hot. It is good. It is delicious. Tastes like a burger to me. Oh my goodness. Burger tastes so good! Okay guys, so here you have it. Joy, this one is for you. I'm gonna take one more bite for you. Just so you know how delicious it is. Perfect.